Hello everyone! Did you know there's one interesting thing that has recently become a hot topic among professional vocal coaches? A renowned vocal coach from America, Sam Johnson, openly admitted that Jimin from BTS is his favorite member. And the reason isn't just because he's biased or a regular fan, but because of Jimin's vocal technique, which he considers exceptionally special. So today, we're going to thoroughly discuss what exactly makes Jimin's voice unique, qualities that are rarely noticed even by fans. Make sure you watch until the end because this discussion is guaranteed to make you fall even more in love with Jimin's vocals. Before we start, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss other interesting content about BTS and the K-pop music world. Okay, let's dive in. The first and perhaps most overlooked aspect is Jimin's emotional delivery ability. Have you ever gotten goosebumps or even felt like crying when listening to Jimin sing? Well, that's no coincidence, guys. Jimin has an extraordinary ability to convey emotion purely through his voice. Many singers focus only on technique, high notes, or how long they can hold a note. But Jimin is different. He doesn't just sing, he literally feels every word he's singing. Vocal coaches around the world often say that emotional connection is the hardest thing for a singer to master, because it's not something that can be taught in regular vocal classes. It's about sensitivity, life experience, and the ability to be vulnerable in front of listeners. Jimin has all of that naturally. That's why when you listen to solo songs like Serendipity, Lie, or Filter, you can truly feel what he's trying to convey, even if you don't understand Korean at all. Now, let's move on to a super interesting technical aspect. One of Jimin's signature techniques that's rarely discussed is his use of vocal fry. What is vocal fry? Vocal fry is a vocal technique where the vocal cords vibrate at a very low frequency, producing a sound that's somewhat shaky or slightly raspy, usually in the lower vocal register. This technique was hugely popular in the 2000s, used by legendary singers like Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, and many others. What makes Jimin special is how he uses vocal fry in a very tasteful and natural way. He doesn't overuse it. He knows exactly when to employ this technique to add emotional dimension or provide different texture to his voice. Jimin typically uses vocal fry at the end of phrases or when he wants to emphasize certain words. And guys, this isn't easy. Many singers whose vocal fry sounds forced or even damages the quality of their voice. But Jimin has incredible control, making it sound like an intentional artistic choice, not a technical weakness. Even opera music experts have given in-depth analyses of Jimin's vocal fry use, and they've said his level is equivalent to top international pop singers from the golden era of pop music. Imagine a classical music expert who's usually strict about vocal technique praising Jimin's technique. That's how good he is. Okay, moving on to the next uniqueness. Have you ever noticed how smoothly Jimin transitions from chest voice to falsetto? This, guys, is one of the most difficult things in the vocal world. Chest voice is our normal voice that's full and powerful, while falsetto is the higher head voice that's more airy. So many professional singers still struggle to make smooth transitions between these two registers. You can often hear a break or crack in the middle. But Jimin? Oh my god, his transitions are so seamless. Like flowing water. He can move from warm and strong chest voice straight to soft and ethereal falsetto without any break at all. This creates an incredibly wide dynamic range in his performances. You can clearly hear this in songs like Serendipity or Promise. He plays with his various vocal registers, going up and down with ease, creating a super colorful and engaging vocal landscape. Vocal coach Sam Johnson even said that Jimin's transition ability is something that usually requires years of intensive training to master. And what's even more amazing is that Jimin didn't have formal vocal training before his debut. He learned organically through practice and experience. This is pure natural talent combined with hard work, guys. Now let's talk about Jimin's vibrato. What is vibrato? Vibrato is a natural tremor in the voice that gives warmth and character to the notes being sung. Well, Jimin's vibrato is super controlled and consistent. Not too fast, which would sound nervous, not too slow, which would sound shaky. just perfect. What's more impressive is that Jimin can control when he uses vibrato and when he sings straight tone without vibrato. This is called selective vibrato use, and it's a sign of a vocalist who's truly musically mature. He uses vibrato to add emotion at certain moments, not just as an ornament he throws onto every note. Every choice is intentional and serves the music. Many professional vocal coaches use Jimin's vibrato as an example for their students because his vibrato is so organic. It doesn't sound forced or fake. It flows naturally as if it's just part of his voice. And guys, reaching this level requires extremely high awareness and control over one's vocal instrument. Okay, next up is Jimin's breath control. This is probably the most underrated but super crucial aspect. In singing, breath control is the foundation of all other vocal techniques. Without good breath control, you can't sustain long phrases, you can't keep your notes stable, and you can't maintain consistent sound quality. Jimin has exceptional breath control. Have you noticed that Jimin can sing long phrases without sounding out of breath or his sound quality dropping at the end of the phrase? That's because he has a very efficient breathing technique. And what's even more challenging is that BTS performs while dancing with super intense choreography. Imagine trying to sing perfectly while doing those crazy choreographies. It's insane. But Jimin consistently maintains his vocal quality even under those demanding conditions. This isn't just about physical stamina, guys, but about smart and efficient breath management. Many idols whose vocal quality drops significantly during live performances because they struggle with breath control while dancing. But Jimin? He nails it every single time. Now, let's discuss Jimin's tone quality or timbre. Timbre is the unique color of someone's voice that distinguishes them from others, even when singing the same note. And guys, Jimin has a super distinctive tone. You can instantly recognize his voice from just the first few notes. That's how unique his voice is. Jimin's voice has a quality that's warm but also clear. Not too bright or sharp, which can tire the ears quickly, but also not too dark or heavy, which can make the mood too somber. He's in the perfect sweet spot musically. That's why his voice is super versatile and suitable for various genres, from emotional ballads to upbeat pop. Even Korean vocal experts have described Jimin's voice as precious like a diamond because of its very rare tone quality. Not everyone is born with a naturally pleasing tone like this. This is a gift that Jimin then polished through practice and experience. And the result of that combination is a voice that's truly one of a kind. Let's continue with Jimin's musicality and phrasing. Musicality is the ability to understand and express music in an artistic and meaningful way. Jimin doesn't just sing the notes on the sheet music. Guys, he interprets music in a super personal and expressive way. Jimin's phrasing is very natural and conversational. When he sings, it feels like he's storytelling or talking very expressively, not just performing a song. He gives emphasis to certain words, plays with dynamics, and uses pauses or breaths very effectively to create dramatic effect. This is what makes listeners feel emotionally connected to what he's singing. He knows exactly when to push harder, when to pull back, when to play with timing, and when to be strict with rhythm. This is an aspect that truly separates good singers from great artists. And Jimin definitely falls into the latter category. Now here's something that makes Jimin's story even more inspiring. Jimin didn't have formal vocal training before debuting with BTS. He joined Big Hit as the last trainee, and his main focus was dance. His vocal ability developed organically through intensive practice and performing experience. This shows that he has extraordinary natural talent and high musical sensitivity. He learned by listening, trying, making mistakes, and finding his own voice without being too shaped by rigid formal training methods. And the result? A vocalist with a super unique and authentic style. No one sounds like Jimin because he developed his voice in a very personal way. Many professional vocal coaches actually use Jimin as an example for their students. Not to teach complex vocal techniques, but to demonstrate the importance of emotion and connection in singing. Perfect technique without emotion will sound cold and untouching. But Jimin proves that with a combination of solid technique and authentic emotional delivery, a singer can create a really powerful impact. If we look at his solo albums like Face and Muse, Jimin increasingly explores his vocal capabilities. He's not afraid to experiment with different styles, from smooth R&B to energetic pop. Each song showcases a different aspect of his vocal abilities, proving that he's not just good in one particular style, but a truly versatile vocalist who can adapt to various music genres. The song Who, which became a massive hit in 2025, is a perfect example of Jimin's vocal maturity. He sings this song with incredible confidence and control, playing with dynamics super effectively and creating a memorable vocal performance. His ability to maintain vocal quality in a song with demanding range while still delivering emotion clearly is proof of his continuous vocal development. What makes Sam Johnson and many other vocal coaches choose Jimin as their favorite isn't just because of one aspect, guys. It's the whole package. It's the combination of tasteful vocal fry, smooth register transitions, controlled vibrato, excellent breath control, distinctive tone quality, and most importantly, musicality and authentic emotional delivery. All these elements merge together to create something that's greater than just the sum of its parts. This is what makes Jimin not just a technically proficient vocalist, but a truly artistic performer. He is something special that can't be fully explained with technical analysis alone. It's that X factor that makes people want to listen to his voice again and again. And guys, this is just scratching the surface of Jimin's vocal uniqueness. There are still many other aspects we could explore, from how he interprets lyrics to how he adapts his vocal approach for different musical contexts. But I think we've covered the main points that are often missed even by fans. So next time you listen to Jimin sing, try to notice the things we discussed earlier. Notice the vocal fry, the smooth transitions, the controlled vibrato, the breath management, the unique tone, and most importantly, feel the emotion he delivers. You'll appreciate his artistry on a whole new level. Before we end, I want to hear from you guys. What's your favorite aspect of Jimin's vocals? Or is there a particular moment where you were truly amazed by the way he sings? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. And don't forget to like this video if you feel you gained new insights about Jimin's vocals, subscribe for more content like this, and share with fellow ARMYs who might not have noticed these unique qualities yet. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Keep supporting Jimin and BTS, and see you in the next video. Bye!